What is up, guys? It's your boy Jenna, and today we got a special video about one of my favorite shows, My Hero Academia. And what I always wanted to wonder was, what if we became a quirkless student who was part of the 1A classroom and also had a fight in the sports festival? Well, it's true, it won't be an easy journey, but I wouldn't say it's impossible. There's so many ways you can train your body. We can learn combat skills. A lot of these students really don't know how to fight, so that's one advantage that you have. And there's so many ways you can train your body, like your reaction time, reflexes, agility, flexibility, etc. So yeah, guys, let's get into it. The way I'm gonna do this is that there will be 3 tiers. A yes tier, meaning we can definitely beat them. A no tier, meaning there's no chance we can beat them. And a maybe tier is where I just can't decide whether we can or can't beat them, so I'm just gonna put them there. So the first student we got is Yuga Aoyama, I hope I'm saying that right, aka Can't Stop Tickling. Probably the worst hero name ever. His quirk allows him to shoot a powerful laser cannon from his navel. It can blast through 2 meters of solid concrete, but if he fires the laser for more than 1 second, he will suffer stomach pain. The way to beat him is 1. He isn't really a good fighter. All you need is good enough stamina and reaction time to dodge his laser cannons, and sooner or later he's going to crack up, and once he does, you give him the biggest sucker punch ever and he gets knocked down. So I will put him in the yes tier. We can't beat him. The second stone we got is Mina Ashido, aka Pinky. Her quirk is that she can use acid. While it's true acid is a powerful quirk but also a dangerous one, and she doesn't use her quirk against organics. And so this battle is going to be a hand-to-hand combat, and she doesn't really have the best combat skills, but because of that I will put her in the S tier, guys. Then we got the third student, Suyu Asui, aka Floppy, and her quirk is basically she can do whatever a frog can do, and I would say her strongest ability will be her tongue. It has been shown that she can carry a person with it. First of all, how does her tongue carry something huge like a person? She's kind of a small person, so I'm wondering how does her tongue actually work? Like, what? There might be 2 ways we might actually have a chance. First, we grab her tongue with our hand and tie it like a knot, and we start spinning like what Mario did to Bowser in that one game. She would later get dizzy, and once she gets unconscious, you let her go, she falls out of the arena. My big question is, will we be able to pull her at all, or is her tongue too strong for just to get pulled at all? I really don't have the answer for that. And I do have another crazy theory, is we can actually try to bite her tongue. I know, sounds kind of crazy. It's not against the rules. And once her tide is bitten, she's gonna have a weaker tongue, and that's when you might have a chance at winning. Considering that, I still will put her in the maybe tier because I just don't know about her, guys. Maybe she has like something up her sleeve. The fourth student we got is Tenya Ida, whose quirk is having an engine in his calf, have given him super speed. I really don't see us winning this battle, but I feel like it's gonna be a closer one than everyone thinks. First, Eva is fast, but you can still block or dodge his attacks. He would try to carry you like what he did to Shoto and the Vine Girl, but the thing is, you have a couple seconds before he takes you out of the arena, and that is enough time to either trip his leg or where he could lose his balance, or you can just hit him. Yeah, you might hit him, but it's not gonna knock him out. Ida has a super move called Reciprocal Burst, allows him to accelerate his quirk, give him enhanced speed for 10 seconds, and you can't even dodge it at all. So after all that, I will put Ida in the no tier. I feel like this battle is gonna be closer than what anyone is gonna expect. Alright, so now we got their 5th student, Uraka, Miss Gravity Girl herself, and her quirk is Zero Gravity, a power that affects the gravity itself. By touching her pads and her fingertips, Kaminari become weightless and float. So on a one-on-one battle, the only way she can use her quirk is she needs to touch us so we can float. That's easier said than done. She has to get close to us, which won't be easy, and we're not gonna let her touch us. And even if she does touch us, we can just grab her too, and she'll be floating too, and she's not good at when she floats herself. Miss Gravity Girl over here, I'm gonna put in a yes here. I believe we can actually beat her. We got our 6th student now, Mashiro Ojiro, and his quirk is basically he has a long powerful tail, supposed to make him stronger and faster, kind of like a third arm. I mean, a tail does sound kind of lame, guys, but it says he knows martial arts. He knows how to use his tail pretty good. So they actually finally have a fight scene with him, and he was struggling with the drilling dude. I forgot his name. He didn't even hit a solid hit once. I don't know if that dude knows combat skills, but this dude, he didn't seem that powerful at all. So maybe I'll put him in a maybe tier, because after that fight with him, yeah, man, I think you should have won that fight, but I don't know what happened. You're kind of weak, so I don't know what's with him. I'm sure a lot of people got triggered from that, but oh well. Then we get our 7th student, Denki Kaminari, or Kaminari, and his quirk allows him to generate electricity and cover his body in it, while he can emit this energy over a distance. So electricity is powerful and dangerous stuff, and I just don't feel like we have a chance. I don't feel like we can actually dodge electricity, and unlike acid, like Pinky, he can actually use it, and then he won't kill us with it. He can just knock us out. So given that, I'm gonna put Kaminari in the no tier. I just don't see how we can fight something as dangerous as lightning, guys. Now for the 8th student, Ejiro Kirishima. Oh, something badass. And his quirk is he can harden himself, giving him the best defense, and no matter how many punches you throw him, I feel like his hardening will not run out, and I just don't see us winning. Even while it's true he doesn't really have the best fighting skills, so maybe this battle will be a tie, but I doubt it. We won't win the battle, but we won't lose it if we make him not hit us. So actually I'm gonna put him in the maybe tier, or tie. Is the tie maybe? I don't know, but yeah, interesting. And now for the 9th student is KODA, and his quirk is he can talk to animals and command them. While talking to animals sounds like a cool quirk, but in a battle like this, in a 1v1 where there's no animals around the arena, I do not see any way we lose to him. So KODA, sorry buddy, but I'm gonna put in the yes tier. Then we got our 10th student, Rikido Seda, and his quirk allows him to increase his strength 5-fold for 3 minutes, but he needs to consume 10 grams of sugar. Okay, I got an idea. The way we can beat him is we have to hold up for just those 3 minutes. After the 3 minutes are up, he becomes very sleepy, so we use that as an advantage. While 3 minutes might sound like a long time, I wouldn't say it's the most impossible thing to do, so I would suggest on working on some stamina, dodging his attacks. And yeah guys, I think Sato, while not as easier as KODA, I think we can actually beat him, so I'm gonna put him in the yes tier. Our next student is Mezzo Shoji, and his quirk is he can replicate any body part like his arm, eyes, and mouth, and put it anywhere in his body as he wants. So a very unique power. I feel like his power should help him with combat skills, but fortunately for him, we don't really get to see him fight as much. He's mostly used as a scout in the show. We don't really know how good he can be, but given that his quirk is pretty good, I think I'm gonna put him in the no tier, honestly. Then we get our next student, Kayoka Jiro. Her quirk is that she has a pair of headphone jacks hanging from her earlobes. Probably the weakest quirk. She's mostly used as recon and never in battles. She's only good because the equipment she has from her costume, but in the sports festival there is no costume, so I really don't see her beating us, guys, honestly. So I'm gonna put her in the yes tier. There shouldn't be really no debating that one. Then we got Mr. Duct Tape himself, Hanto Zero, and his quirk gives him the ability to use tape in his elbows where he can just shoot it from it and retrieve it as well. So the way the battle will be going is he's gonna try to shoot his tape at us. He's gonna wrap us with it, and his tape is actually stronger than regular tape. so it's gonna be hard to take out. The only thing I want to know is how much tape can he shoot out of. They don't really show in the show how much tape he has before he runs out, because he does have a limit, but we just don't know. So because of that, I'm gonna put Mr. Duct Tape himself in the notes here, honestly. Now we got Fumikabe Tokoyami. Oh man, his name is just so badass just to say. And his quirk is he basically has a shadow in his body where he can just materialize and contract freely. Yeah, pretty good quirk. In anyone who's basically in the final four in the actual show in the battles, I just don't see any of them beating us. We might not die, but I'm just gonna put Mr. Dark Shadow himself in the notes here, guys. Then we got Shoto Doroki, and he actually has two quirks, half off, half cold, and yeah, we don't want to mess with him, so we're just gonna move on and put him in the notes here, like a hell no. This dude has the most powerful quirk of all, like top 3 in the whole student class. So yeah, we don't want to mess with fire eyes, because we either get 3rd degree burns or frostbites. We don't want to mess with that. Then we got ourselves Miss Invisible Girl herself, Choro Hagakure. And basically, her quirk is basically being invisible, and it's forever. We never seen her fight scenes, so she's mostly using stealth mission, which makes sense. I would say one flaw of her quirk is that her clothes aren't invisible, so whenever she's gonna fight, is she gonna fight like naked, or what's gonna happen? There's probably a reason why they didn't put her in the main battle in the sports festival, because that fight would have been awkward. Okay, let's say for argument's sake, she does fight you. One thing you can do is grab her clothes and throw them out of the arena, or you can just grab her yourself, and yeah, she's gonna be like embarrassed by that. And you can give her mind games, like saying one person in the crowd has a quirk that can see through invisibility, which, you know, who knows, maybe someone will, someone will not, we don't know. If that doesn't work, we have to wait for her to punch you. The reason you want to do that is because once she punches you, you know exactly where she is, and then you grab her, then you body slam her. Yeah, and she's not the best fighter as well, so I don't think her punches they might sting, but won't knock you out. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put Toro Hagakara in the yes tier, guys. Yeah, it is true, it's hard to fight an invisible person, but it's not like it's impossible like with Shoto, where he has 2 quirks and it's fire and ice. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna put her in the yes tier. Very interesting of what you guys think about that opinion. I'm gonna skip over the next 2 guys because there's really no chance we have with them. It's Bakugo and Deku. I would say we might have a little more chance with Bakugo. We can do that one move Deku did in that show. Remember, guys? I'm gonna show you right now what he did without any quirk. Yeah, we could do that, but it's just gonna work once and he's just gonna get mad. So yeah, we're just gonna get our butts whooped with these 2 guys. So yeah, I'm gonna put both of them in the notes here. So yeah. Our next students, we got Mini Pervy Sage Minoru Mineta. His quirk allows him to produce and pluck balls-shaped objects from his head. These balls are very sticky and will stick to any surface. If he plucks too many, it will cause him to start bleeding from his scalp. I feel like we actually have a chance. We don't exactly know how many balls he can throw before he bleeds. That's my one main question. But even if we don't know that, I feel like he doesn't have enough for the whole arena to use. I would say he's a little more smart than other students, so I would say watch out for whatever he's gonna plan. But even with that, I feel like we should be able to win. So I'm gonna put him in the yes tier. We can beat him. And finally, our last student. Her name is Momo. Not gonna say her last name. Her quirk gives her the ability to create any long-living material object from her transforming structure of her fat cells. In order to create something, she needs to understand the structure of what the material object is. So yeah, that's a lot of steps just for her quirk to work, guys. So I wouldn't even say her strongest ability is her quirk, but it's actually her S tier intelligence. She's known for her big brain plays in the show, so I'm sure she's thinking of many ways to beat us. But even with her amazing intelligence, it will not help her in her combat skills. So we take that as an advantage. Yeah, she might make a weapon and chill really fast, but the thing is, she doesn't really know how to use it. So I would say a trained fighter could probably beat her without a weapons. That's maybe my opinion. So I would suggest on training that, and because of that, I would put her in the yes tier. Yeah, guys. A lot of people might not agree with that one, but I feel like we can. Well, that's all the students from Class 1A. Do you think I was right or wrong about some of these students? Because I'm sure a lot of people aren't gonna agree with everything I said, which is fine. Just my opinion, nothing wrong about that. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.